Neo-Nazis with swastikas marched through Madison, Wisconsin, yelling, "There will be blood." Can we now say the guys with the swastikas are anti-Semitic or are racist Nazis? Is it fair to say that, or are we still going too far and you don't know what they really believe? Here's a Daily Beast report from Allison Quinn. Neo-Nazis marched through Madison yelling, "There will be blood." They wore masks, of course. They marched through Madison on Saturday afternoon, waving swastikas, shouting racial slurs, and chanting, "There will be blood." This was 24 men wearing red shirts, identifying themselves as members of Blood Tribe. This is a white supremacist group that has been trying to make a name for itself since 2021 by targeting Jews, people of color, and the LGBTQ community. Footage showed them standing in formation, performing a Nazi salute, while onlookers mostly mocked them and called them disgusting. They spent about 30 minutes outside the State House. The group reportedly also stopped in front of a local synagogue and chanted, "Israel is not our friend." Christopher Polhouse, a founder of Blood Tribe, who tried to set up a white supremacist haven in Maine, only to ultimately sell the property once it became public, was reportedly in attendance at the march. What did the local officials say? Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway said, "Madison does not want or welcome hate groups like the one that invaded our communities today. I know how disturbing it was to see Nazi symbols openly displayed on our streets." So a few different things that I think that are worthy of comment here. First and foremost, I saw some comments saying this is a false flag. These are federal agents or something, informants or whatever. They're there just to make neo-Nazis look bad or something. Don't the neo-Nazis already look bad? Maybe they meant they're there to make the right wing look bad and make it seem as though the right is neo-Nazi or something like that. No evidence of that whatsoever. We are seeing historic levels of anti-Semitism. And as I've said before, if your reaction is, it is deserved anti-Semitism because of what the Likud party in Israel is doing, that is really whacked. And I encourage you to call me when I take live calls. I would love to speak to you if that's your view. Now, when it comes to what should be done about the anti-Semitism that is exploding in the US, in Germany, in France, in so many different places, I don't actually have an answer. And there have been thousands of years of asking the question, what should we do about anti-Semitism? And to my satisfaction, the question has never really been answered. What we certainly don't need are claims that there isn't really an increase in anti-Semitism, or that if you care about supposed liberal values, you shouldn't be concerned with it. That's my real fear. I think it's completely fine to say, hey, you know what? There's anti-Semitism and there's also all this other stuff, and we should care about all of it. Totally legit. However, if your motivation for talking about other things when anti-Semitism comes up is your antipathy for Israeli foreign policy, or your unwillingness to recognize that anti-Semitism is, first and foremost, the number one form of religious hate crimes in the United States, or if you just don't want to recognize what's going on, then I do have a problem with that perspective. But if honest people want to say, okay, this is going on, but I'm not sure what we need to do about it and what the solution should be, that's absolutely a conversation worth having and one that we should be having. So it's disgusting. We're seeing it everywhere. We're seeing it in different forms. Saying I am against the Israeli settlements in the West Bank, that's not anti-Semitism. Saying it and making assessments of world Jewry as a result and dismissing anti-Semitism because you don't like settlements in the West Bank, that just may be anti-Semitic. And in all honesty, I'm not joking when I say this. If you want to confront me about this, please call in when we take live calls on the Friday show. It'll be on the Wednesday show this week because of the Thanksgiving holiday. I would love to talk to you about it.